Hello, teacher. I can't hear you. Sorry.
That's very strange. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. It seems my... All right, let's move that. How are you today?
I'm good.
Great. Thank you so much for agreeing to this reschedule. I unfortunately have personal matters to attend to on Saturday. But tell me, what word would you use to describe how your week has been until now?
Well, it was pretty fun and nothing else.
Pretty fun? Fun is a good word. Great. What did you guys do until today? Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today's Thursday. What have you been doing?
Well, since it was almost dead, in school we didn't have to do. The teacher didn't have to teach us or learn us that much. So sometimes they will do, but a lot of time we just play.
Okay. So since I think it's mainly because this is tomorrow the last day of school.
No. Also Monday.
Oh, you have Mondays. You still going to school on Monday?
But in that day, I was go to my grandma's house.
Oh.
So that is a big no.
So no school on Monday. No school on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to your grandma's house. And how long will you be visiting at your grandma's house?
Well, I'm gonna visit my grandma's house in the morning at 7 o'clock. And then the plane gonna go to my grandma's house at midnight.
Wow. At midnight? So you're flying to your grandmother? Where does your grandmother live?
Well, I don't know what English was, but I know the Vietnamese was.
Okay, you can tell me the Vietnamese name, yeah?
Is Ben Den.
Ben Den, okay. And how long, like, you have to take a plane? How many hours is the plane ride? Do you know?
I don't really know.
Okay. That's okay, but that sounds like fun, taking a plane. And what do you usually take a plane? Have you done this before, taking a plane to visit your grandmother?
Yes.
Okay. And when you go on the plane, what do you usually do to keep yourself busy? Like watch a movie or play games, read a book, do a puzzle? What do you keep busy? Listen to music? What do you do to keep yourself entertained?
Entertain? Well, I don't know. Every time when it's time to my flight, it's kind of like a long waiting. And I don't know how to keep myself busy. So I would just kind of like walking around and just doze off like that.
Okay, so you just walk around and doze off, maybe take a nap. So you don't take like a book with or anything? No. Okay. Well, I hope you really enjoy your time at your grandma's. It sounds like fun. And will it only be you traveling, or will you be traveling with your parents?
I would be traveling with my parents.
Okay, so the whole family is going. This sounds lovely. All right. Well, I have an activity for us today. Before we're going to discuss the homework and getting to our lesson work, I have just like a little exercise for you to do. I'm going to show you a picture, and I would like you to tell me and describe as much like what you see and anything else that is going on. Some of the things are strange. There are a few strange things happening. It might be easier to circle them, then you know that you've already discussed it or already met picture. First of all, can you tell me where are they? Where are they in this picture? Are they at a restaurant? Are they at a park? At the beach? Where are they? What does it look like?
Well, it looks like they're buying cakes, but I don't really know the name.
Okay, so does it look like a bakery? Like a baker's store?
Yeah.
A store? Okay, it looks like a store. To me, I actually think it looks like a kitchen, like someone's house. Someone's house, and this is a family at the house. But okay, whatever you think. All right, that's okay. Well, tell me what is happening. What do you see in this picture?
Well, so, okay, I can see there's a half dog and a half human that's sitting there. And also have a cat tail.
Oh, wow.
And I can see that there's a lady baking cake with dishes and broccoli.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, that is definitely interesting.
I can see there's a very talented boy over there. And a lady with rabbit ears. And an alien who's driving the car. No?
No? An alien? Yeah, I think that's an alien spaceship. Maybe.
And what does this mean?
Oh, that is what we call a disco ball. It doesn't mean anything. It's just like a light fixture. Like when you put it on and light hits it, then it makes like sparkles everywhere in the room. It creates sparkles in the room. So it's a disco ball. Usually used for parties or celebrations.
Okay. And I can see there's a really small looking squirrel on the tree or on the plant. And I can see that there is a cat in the sink.
Okay.
And I can see there's a girl that's watching. I don't know. What's that?
Oh, okay. I think that's a game. It's an American game called football. She's watching it on like a tablet or an iPad. So yeah, she's watching a sports game. You could just say she's watching a sports game.
Oh, okay. And then I can see there's a man who's confused that it's actually a Thanksgiving, but his thought it's Halloween, so he's carving a pumpkin.
A pumpkin. Good. Carving a pumpkin. Wonderful.
Is there anything more?
Anything what you see, if that's all that you can see, then that's okay. But I think there are a few things more. But if you don't see them, that's okay.
Okay, so I can see there's a very human-sized robot.
A human-sized robot. Good. What do you think he's doing?
He's taking yogurt for the guy.
I think so too. That could be yogurt. He could be getting a yogurt for the guy. Yeah. Anything else?
And then I can see that. Wait, actually, where are they? Why is there a mountain out there?
Oh, the mountains? Wow.
Yeah.
Or the hills. Maybe they're just hills. Sometimes they can be hills. It looks like pencils. Like the top of a pencil, but yes, I think we could call them mountain hills. All right, anything else?
I can see that they have orange juice on the, I forgot the name.
Microwave. Microwave. Good. Orange juice on the microwave.
And also, does this count? Like a girl that wearing a clown costume? Also a copy of a puppet?
Yeah, that counts. It's describing everything you see. So good. And the point is of this exercise is to describe what you see and how you describe it. So good. There is a girl wearing a clown costume that has a puppet.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it.
That is it. Good. I think this is a very busy family in a kitchen. It's clear they're preparing for Thanksgiving. Do you think this could be a picture or a mirror?
What do you mean?
Well, look at it. It's the grandparents and they're there. Do you think it's a picture or a reflection, like a mirror?
Well, I would think that would be a picture. Because at the background, it's supposed to have a table with Thanksgiving, but in these pictures, it's just bright yellow.
Okay, all right. So the background is yellow, but all right, good, excellent. All right, wonderful. So this family looks very busy in the kitchen. She looks like she's preparing a Thanksgiving dinner. She's icing a cake. There is the Thanksgiving turkey. And I don't know, some broccoli cake being made over there. This boy is balancing plates on his head. And he is carving a pumpkin and the robot is getting yogurt. So good job. All right, wonderful. So very busy in the kitchen and trying to eat many things. Okay. Now, wonderful. Good for describing that. Now I would like to share your homework. I would like to discuss with you a few points and let's read it out loud. Did you read it once you were complete with the exercise, with doing it?
Yes, I think so.
All right. Did it make sense to you?
Maybe.
Let's read it out loud and hear if it makes sense. When there is a book and a movie of the same story, the book is way better because it is not bad for our eyesight. And watch a movie, it's bad for our neck, spine, and eyes. Besides, when we are out of batteries or electricity, then it's impossible to just watch a movie. And reading a book is easy. We can bring it anywhere. We don't anything. All we do is just read and that's it. What do you think?
It's kind of like wonky.
It's kind of?
Wonky.
I agree. It is a little wonky. To me, it seemed like this is very rushed. A little rushed and wonky. Okay? The reason why I gave you a week to do it or more than one day, yes, it's a very short paragraph, is so that you can make sense of it. So, Bao, next time, if I do give you a homework task, please take your time with it, okay? Take your time. And make sure it is correct. Make sure you are making sentences that make sense. I know you can do it. I know you are capable of doing it. Whether or not these facts support the idea, the debate topic, it's a little weak. I would say it's weak facts because here we're saying, and it's bad for our neck, spine, eyes. Okay, but let's explain that a little more. I think you can explain it a little more and how is it bad? And bad for our eyesight, that's a fact. Remember, I had also asked you to construct a plan. All right. And if you had done this based on a plan, I don't think it would have been wonky. And do you remember I wrote out the plan? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just be careful next time. I won't ask you to redo this right now because I do know that it is going to be a break. So when we get back from our break, we will redo this, or I will redo it, that when we do our next task, you are able to do the homework in the next time. But I don't think you said it right before I did. This is a little wonky and and rushed, okay? So my main point to you that I would like to say to you is, Bao, you can do wonderful work. You can do excellent work. And I'm not saying it has to be perfect. I just would like you to take your time with it, okay? Remember, take your time so that it isn't this wonky. Okay? Do you understand? Okay. And remember, always... Thank you. Remember, always read it again. Once again, read it out loud to yourself and be like, does this sentence make sense? Oh, this is not a wonky sentence. That is correct. Okay? So just take your time with it. Next time when we get back from your break, we will continue. I will rewrite it for you. And I just wanted to know what your thoughts were on that. But thank you for completing it. Please take your time and make a plan next time. Construct a plan. Okay, but let's move on. We are moving on to Unit 2 of our debate section. Eating insects instead of animals. This clearly sounds berserk or bizarre, sorry. Here is a little fact. Follow with me. For many people, the idea of eating a bug of beef instead of beef is very strange. However, scientists think we should start eating insects so that we can make sure everyone has enough food to eat. This is very interesting. Think of any insects that you have eaten or heard about. Write down the name of the bug and what it tastes like, or what you think it tastes like. This is very interesting. Have you ever eaten any insects before, Bao?
No, I have eaten. I do have one in mind. That is a cricket.
Oh, cricket. Let's write it down. Cricket. And what do you think a cricket tastes like? And this is all based on thoughts. What do we think? Would it taste salty, sweet, bitter, sour, spicy? How do we think?
Well, I don't really eat it, but I did saw some people are trying it on YouTube. They said it tastes like chicken.
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 Okay, let's say tastes like chicken. Very interesting. Very interesting. I've never had one, so this is neither correct or incorrect. This is all what we think. They just would like us to think about it. So let's think about another insect. What would we think about?
Ants.
Ants. Ah. All right. What do we think ants taste like?
It tastes like perfume.
Perfume? And what does perfume taste like? If you had to describe.
It was, I don't know, but I just kind of like, it was kind of like icy and kind of like, kind of like spicy, sour, and blank, I guess.
A spicy, sour, and do you think bitter?
Bitter.
Bitter? Okay, so like perfume, spicy, sour, and bitter. That is very interesting for ants. And what do you think a worm would taste like? What do you think a worm or a caterpillar would taste like?
They must taste like kind of like meaty and tender.
Tender? All right, let's say meaty and tender. Okay, meaty and tender. Do you think it would be bitter or sweet?
It would be bitter. Despite this.
Yeah, I agree. And one more insect. What other insect do you think you can eat?
A spider.
Ooh. What do you think a spider tastes like?
Spicy and sweet.
Spicy and sweet. I think it might be sour, but okay, if you say sweet. Have you heard that some people even eat scorpions?
Yeah.
What do you think it would taste like? I won't write it down, but what do you think a scorpion would taste like?
Well, I saw that one YouTube that on MSA, they says that one lady that really loved to eat. What's that?
Scorpion?
Yeah, that. She says it tastes crunchy like chicken and also tastes very sweet and sour for somehow.
What?
She also said that when we deep fried it, it would be double the taste. Like it's gonna be really, really good.
Oh my goodness gracious me. I don't think I would eat these insects. Good. All right. Great. All right. Now that is some insects that we think we can eat. All right. How do you feel about eating bugs every day? If we had to do it, how do you feel about it?
I'm gonna feel that it's gonna be gross, and it's not a full-on meal. So every time we done eating a bug, so somehow we still get hungry.
I agree. I think we would still be hungry. It doesn't satisfy you like a piece of chicken or beef or pork. All right. Will there be enough food for everybody in the future? What do you think?
Well, if everyone says yes, then who's gonna catch the insect? They're gonna go into a forest or somewhere unknown for somehow to catch a dozen of them in a bag with also all of the tastes inside of the bug. But we're still gonna get hungry anyway.
Yeah, I guess so. So do you think we would actually be using, or if people would only eat insects, that we would have to eat more insects instead of meat? Like when eating meat and animals, we don't have to eat that much, but if we eat insects, we would have to eat more?
Eating insects, that will maybe eat, if we have a small tiny little insect, then maybe a medium one would be 10, a small one gonna be, I don't know, 1,000 to fit in our stomach.
Whoa, that's a lot. 1,000 is a lot.
And the fat one would be just 5 of them.
Okay, so it would take more insects to feed us than it does meat. Yes?
Yeah.
I think so. Do you want to keep bugs in your house? Imagine seeing bugs.
Well, it would be really, really cool, but gonna be really, really creepy because at midnight they're gonna make very annoying noise flying around, and it's just so uncomfortable.
Definitely. Imagine storing dead insects in your refrigerator.
That's gonna be gross.
Definitely gross.
Like when I remember when my cousin just looked at that cricket, she says to me that when she looked at it, her stomach kind of like twisted and turned and make her feel vomiting.
Okay, yeah, like vomiting. She felt like vomiting, nausea. All right, good. I think it's definitely interesting. Okay, let's read an article about eating insects instead of animals. All right, Bao, go ahead. You may begin reading over here. Go ahead.
Okay, we usually think that bugs are ugly and cause many problems, but in the future, we may eat insects for breakfast, lunch, and even dinner every day. While we Why will we eat insects? First, it will save our environment. Farm with animals need a lot of water, land, and animal food. Animals such as cows and pigs also cause large amount of greenhouse gases. These gases are making our world warmer. If we eat insects instead of animals, such problem will not occur. Second, bugs are very good for our health. They contain a lot of protein and vitamin with very little fat. So people eat insects will be healthier than people eating beef or pork. The problem is that many people do not want to eat insects. In rich countries, citizens think that bugs are not good food. People do not change that thinking easily, so government cannot make people eat insects. Another problem is that eating bugs can sometimes make us sick. This is because they sometimes contain bad elements. Therefore, people must be very careful when they cook and eat bugs. Finally, many people may still believe that insects are dirty.
Very, very interesting indeed. I would say so. Okay, now let's get to some of the questions. Okay, comprehension check. All right, if you need me to scroll up, and I can scroll up so you can read again and then answer these. Okay, what are the problems with raising animals? Based on the text that we just read, what are some of the problems when raising animals? Let's go back up. You don't have to guess. I will scroll up and find, you can read the answer if needed. What are some of the problems with raising animals?
Is why will we eat insects? First, it will save our environment. Farm with animals need a lot of water, land, and animal food. Animals such as cows and pigs also cause large amount of greenhouse gases.
Okay, so what would the animals, if you would summarize what you had just read, they need less.
It will be a lot of effort to just raise a dozen animals in the same time, and also we need to keep them healthy, so the people who are eating it also not have any sickness or getting, things.
All right, as well as they say the other problems, good, I think that's true. Other problems based on the text, remember our answers should be based on the text. Based on the text, they say that raising animals, you need a whole lot more food and water for them. And animals like cows and pigs cause greenhouse gases, which is apparently bad for our environment. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, that is how we summarize what we need to answer. Okay, but we need to stop and come back. We are running out of time. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have to stop and then we will come back and continue. All right, let's do that right now, please. All right. Thank you so much for rejoining. Okay, so our discussion is about eating plants versus eating animals. So we had already answered based on our text. Okay, question 1. What are the problems with raising animals? Okay, number 2. Why is it healthy to eat insects? Why is it healthy to eat insects? Now, just give it a... Yes?
They have a lot of vitamin and lot of fats.
Good, fats or proteins. Excellent, good. A lot of vitamins and protein. Okay, good. And question 3, just give it a second, it will load. Why don't many people in rich countries eat insects? I'll scroll up so you can see that if needed.
Is in rich countries, citizens think that bugs are not good food. People do not change their thinking easily, so government cannot make them. People eat insects. Another problem that eating bugs can sometimes make us.
All right, good. So what are the reasons? Let's think. We cannot write, if we had to answer this, we cannot write the whole paragraph. So what are the main reasons why rich countries, citizens in rich countries, do not think bugs are good food? What are the main reasons?
Because they think that eating insect instead of meat is not a very good food, and also other people when eating insect do not change their thinking properly, so government cannot force them to eat insects.
Okay, yes, that is true facts, but it's still not the reason why. Why? They need us to tell them why. Yes, they believe it's not a good thing. So what are the reasons why? I see one here.
Because some of the bugs can have poison.
Make us sick, yes. They can contain bad elements. Some people believe they make us sick. They contain bad elements. And there's one more reason why rich countries, citizens think it's not good.
Because in the bug they have poison, so people eat it, they might, go in a coma.
Yeah, good. So that is a bad element. That is what we said. Makes us sick, the reason why. Makes us sick, contains bad elements, and yes, one more reason why. Some believe insects are dirty. We need to ask, we're looking for a reason. We don't need a whole sentence. Okay, it says they do not believe that it's good food. Yes, it's not good food, but why do they believe it's not good food? They believe it can make us sick, it contains bad elements, and insects are dirty. So remember, listen to the question carefully and look at what they are asking. They needed us to find out, okay, one moment, why? We need a reason. Why don't they think it is good food? Okay, now we need to answer why. We need to give a reason. Why? Number 4. Why will governments have difficulty making people eat insects? All right, so that answers the questions. Why? We need to find a reason why government will find it difficult.
Because people do not change their thinking easily.
Perfect. Good. That is exactly the reason. We need to find the reason. Now for the last question. Why? Why can we be sick if we eat bugs?
Because sometimes other bugs can have bad elements, and some of them can be dirty, or some of them have poison, so make us sick.
There we go. Perfect. That is a good reason. Why? All right, now let's do a vocabulary check. Complete each sentence with one word, with one of the words below. Environment, government, greenhouse, healthy, and protein. Do you understand all the words that are used over here, Bao?
I don't get greenhouse mean.
Okay. Greenhouse it just refers to, it's a gas, okay? And normally it's, okay, we read in the text that it said that it is bad for our environment. So a greenhouse gas is, let's see. Gas. A greenhouse gas. Okay, it just says, sorry. Greenhouse gas. I want the gas. I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm telling you the correct thing. I just know that it is usually gases that plants and animals give off, and they are sometimes bad. It's temperatures maintained within a desired, okay, cultivating the plants. Okay, let's see, because our sentence refers to greenhouse gas. So just one moment. I just want to be sure. Okay, so let's see. Okay, The meaning is it's gases in the Earth's atmosphere that trap heat. Okay, so greenhouse gases, it's gases that is given off by plants and some animals that trap the Earth's heat. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Is it bad or good?
They say it's bad. They all like research says it's bad. Even in our text, they say that it's bad when greenhouse gases are in the air. So it says that's what they say. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So, number 1 is healthy people do not usually get sick.
Correct.
2, many greenhouse gases come from cars and other vehicles.
Good.
3, the government does a lot of things for the people.
Yes.
For your house, no, I mean your body needs protein to grow well.
Correct.
The environment can mean land, water, and animal.
Good. Land, water, and animals. Excellent. Okay, Bao, I think we are only going to do one more exercise. Let's see what that is. Opinion practice. We are just going to match the opinions, okay, the supporting opinions, and then I think we will, or maybe we'll have time for the refuting. Let's just see. Complete the opinions. Farming insects is much better for our environment. A, B, C, or D. Eating too much animal meat is bad for our health. Most people do not want to eat bugs. Many families will not stop eating meat because they think insects are very dirty, because they don't care about the environment, because it means fewer greenhouse gases, because it can make us sick. Okay, now I know I read it very fast, okay, but let us try and match it. Number 1.
Number 1 is farming insect is much better for our environment because they don't care, because it means fewer greenhouse gases.
That is correct.
2, eating too much animal meat is bad for our health because they don't care about the environment.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Skip number 2. Go on to number 3 in the meantime. Let's on to number 3 and then we'll come back to number 2. Number 3, most people
do not want to eat bugs because they think insects are very dirty.
All right, I think that is correct. And number 4?
Many families will not stop eating meat because it's mean fewer greenhouse gases.
Oh, we already did it for number 1, so we can't use it again.
So because it can make us sick?
I think so. I think it almost means, I think we have to use that reason D for 2. Eating too much animal meat is bad for our health because it can make us sick. And families won't stop eating meat because they don't care about the environment. All right, that makes sense. Do you understand? When we see the when we see the word health, we can only like associate it or connect it to being sick. When we see families, all right, families, and this reason says they can only be referring to families. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, good. Now let's try the refuting opinions. So, this is the fact supporting ideas. Is supporting the fact of insects, okay, of eating insects, and then this is refuting opinions. Insects will taste really bad. Eating insects is a really great idea. If we farm insects to eat, everyone in the world will have enough food. People don't eat bugs because they are not real food. Okay, A, it is not true. We cannot farm enough insects to give food to all people. This is not true. Many people say that some insects taste really good. Eating insects is strange. Bugs are dirty and cause many problems. People will change their thinking after some time. All right, how is this going? How would we match this?
One is insects will taste really bad. It's B, this is not true. Many people say that some insects taste really good.
Excellent. Number 2.
Eating insects is a really great idea. A, this is not true. We cannot farm enough insects to give food to our people.
I think this is not the correct reason. Maybe try a different one.
People will change their thinking after some time.
Okay, maybe. Try number 3. Let's try number 3 first.
If we farm insects to eat, everyone in the world will have enough food. A, this is not true. We cannot farm enough insects to give food to our people.
Okay, so that is correct. All right, these are refuting opinions. We have to think about the opposite. Where someone says it's a great idea, we have to consider where someone will say it's a bad idea or it's strange. And then number 4, when people won't eat bugs because they are not real food, what is the opposite of that? So it's always the opposite. So look for that. So number 2, I think would be matched with, what do you think? Sorry, what do you think number 2 would be matched with?
C.
Oh. C. Good. Someone said it is a great idea. Someone said it is strange because bugs are dirty and cause many problems. D. People will change their thinking after some time.
That's 4.
4. All right. People won't eat bugs because they are not real food, but people will change, which is a opposite. Contradiction, refuted, rebuttal. People will change their thinking after some time. Okay, this is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Which of these do you agree or disagree with? Do you agree that people will change their thinking after some time about bugs?
I disagree.
You'll disagree. You'll think they'll still think they're not good food.
Yeah.
All right. Any other reason why you disagree with that?
Because if anything, then insects or bug, their meat have all sort of kind of animal except bugs and insects.
Yes. Okay. That is very interesting. Okay. I think it's good. All right, well, this is where we'll leave it for this week. Thank you so much. Next week we'll continue. No, we won't continue. I think we're having a break. Yeah, I think we're having a break next week, but it will be confirmed. But thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your time with your grandmother, and I will see you whenever I see you, or that would be the next time. Thank you, Bao. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Have a great day.
Thank you.